Hey, I'm Ryan Flanagan.
And I'm Shaylea Brown.
Thank you very much for taking a minute to look at this video, and hopefully you caught our last one on the Lafayette House, one of the 3 charities we are partnering with. I'm going to let Shaylea introduce you to our second charity.
We are excited to work with Water Gardens this year, and we're going to let you watch this video on the newest project that they are working on here in Joplin.
Take a look.
I'm James Whitford. I'm the Executive Director and Co-founder at Water Gardens Gospel Rescue Mission. Well, my wife and I started Water Gardens Gospel Rescue Mission 18 years ago, and just out of a compassion to help people and wanting to see lives change. And today, 18 years later, this year, we'll probably meet more than 20,000 basic needs in our community that include everything from folks who need help with food at their own homes or furniture and appliances, but also folks who need shelter at night. So we have a men and a women's shelter as well. It's very common for people who are in need to come into an organization like ours and say, I'm in need. And it's true because there is a need. And it's often a reflex action for the person meeting that individual to say, what's your need? And everybody can get focused on the need. And they forget about the fact that there's a person who has capacity, potential, and ability, rather than just someone who's broken and in need. And so we have really trained our entire team to be thinking about who is this person beyond what it is they're expressing about the broken aspect of their life. What's not broken? What can we capitalize on that's going to really be able to help them help themselves out of poverty? And that's where our Worth Shop comes into play. So our Worth Shop is where people earn things that they need. We believe that work awakens worth in people's lives, and many people have just forgotten that they have ability. They've come to believe often that they are just the recipient of someone else's benevolence or charity. But we see people differently at our mission. And so at our Worth Shop, folks will sit down or be engaged in some activity that could be crafting goods that go to market, or working in our coffee business, our redeemed bean coffee business, or maybe they're just helping around the mission in some capacity, earning everything from a meal voucher for the evening, or maybe it's a shelter bed for the night, or maybe it's something that they need for their own homes. But we really believe that awakening dignity and worth in people is incredibly important. And I remember one person named Missy who felt that same way. And she grabbed me by the arm as I was walking through the dining hall, and she said, I just want to thank you for this place. If it weren't for Water Gardens, I'd be sleeping out there in a cardboard box today. At that point, when I spoke with Missy, she had 2 part-time jobs and was working her way out of shelter, and a lot of that began because we saw in Missy someone other than just a homeless, broken person. We're going to take that same philosophy, and we're going to have that at work also in the Washington Family Hope Center. Moms and kids who maybe have never recognized their inherent value and worth, we're going to esteem them in a way that it's awakened in their lives. We've helped thousands of families during that time. We'll help thousands of people every year. But the important thing to remember is that it's not about the multitude, it really is about the one. And of those 20,000 basic needs that we'll meet this year, it'll happen through more than 700 volunteer shifts that are met every month. So we have volunteers that are coming in to do more than just serve a plate across a line, but to really make a personal connection with someone who's in need. That makes a huge difference for the one. So the Washington Elementary School building is a 20,000 square foot building that we now own, and we are in process of beginning renovation on the main floor. To date, we've got some architectural drawings done, there's been a roof repair, so we've started that work a little bit, but there's much more to do. So altogether, it's going to cost a little more than $1 million to complete this project. In the end, we're going to have 6 family rooms that are going to be able to house up to 30 people. Again, moms with children who are in need of shelter. And then we'll have a playground as well. A commercial kitchen is going to have to be put in. And we'll have a classroom and a nursery and a daycare also. So we find that it's important to be able to keep these families together. We want to use this Washington Family Hope Center to help keep moms and kids together while we minister to them, while we invest in their lives to help them back on a track of success and a life that's flourishing. Well, as I walk through the building now, I see cables that are strewn from ceiling tiles that have been removed, and so we just have ceiling grid that's exposed. We have tiles on the floor that are coming up, paint that's cracking on the walls. So there's a lot of work on the interior that's got to be done. Broken windows from previous vandalism. In the future, of course, we see a very well done, clean, well-equipped facility so that moms and kids who have been struggling and maybe even couch surfing or living in environments that are dirty and unhealthy can come into a place that is clean and healthy and really inspire them to dream about a better future. If we were to go into the backyard of the building now, you'll see broken down playground equipment, concrete pieces that are piled up, and it's just not landscaped at all. But in the future, we're going to have a walking trail with landscape trees and benches, shade, a place where a parent can walk with their child around the backyard area, just to be able to get outside and enjoy a peaceable place. There'll be a community garden where folks can work in a garden. There'll be a playground, of course, where kids can play as well. To date, we've raised more than $700,000 toward this Washington Family Hope Center project, which in total is going to cost about $1.2 million. And this has been from local businesses, churches, people in the community who care about their neighbors in need.